Yeah, so today we're at the Skoolie Swarm with these MCI guys, and they create problems. I'm telling you, these guys are a rough bunch. They just create a ruckus. They've been making all this noise in the forest here.
There's a reason they won't let us come in any farther. They put us right at the entrance. So.
Yeah, right at the entrance here.
Security guards.
So this first bus here, the hard to reach bus.
Hard to reach bus. 1979 MCI MC9. MCI manufacturer model MC9.
MC9.
40 foot long. Some of the information on the sign not exactly accurate. There's solar on my roof and there's a generator on the other side of the bus.
Now, I don't think this bus came with the awning.
No, did for me, but not from the factory. When I bought it, the awning was already on it. It's been off and on a couple times due to Florida winds, but it's still there. Works pretty well.
And how long have you had this bus?
5 years.
5 years. It's a beauty.
Full time in it?
Yes.
How long have you been full timing?
Almost 5 years.
5 years?
I guess we've owned the bus probably 6.
Okay.
Full time in 5 years.
Nice.
Yep. 2 adults, 2 kids.
How do the kids like it?
I think they like it. How you like the new bus? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sugarhead.
Love adventuring?
Yeah. That one will tell you.
Oh, there's a secret one up there.
It's a 189 gallon fuel tank. There's 2 pieces to it. One there, one in the center of this bay. They're hooked together. Start batteries, 2 8D. Storage, grill, outside play toys, stuff like that. Toolbox.
Oh, that's nice. Custom built.
That looks like a Craftsman toolbox.
Yeah. Skill saw and plywood on a picnic table in Texas during the 2020 pandemic shutdown. Works pretty good. No drawer slides, just wood on wood. Every year I pull the drawers out and spray the inside of the box with some white lithium, let it kind of soak in, and then slide them back in. Pretty easy to move. Everything slides out, the drawers slide out, this slides out, that slides out.
Oh, those are nice and deep too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, look at that. Wow, storage galore.
Yep.
Nice.
Nicely organized.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
We don't know anything about that kind of organization yet.
We don't.
I'm kind of anal retentive. My sewer tank is behind this bay. Sits in about 8 inches or so. So in front of the sewer tank is outside sand toys, beach toys, stuff that gets dirty.
Yeah.
And then behind that's the sewer tank. Keep going around. My bike goes in the building.
Yeah, you got a whole big trailer here and everything.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet long from end to end.
Nice.
24-foot deck, 7-foot deep room, and then that Jeep goes on the trailer, the toilet goes in the room, and then down the road. This is all custom built by Josh, the guy that's beside you.
This guy right here?
Beside you.
Oh,
MCI.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it said he got a, I saw him in the group saying he had a welder.
Yeah, that's what he does by trade. This trailer started off this wide, 24 feet long, 7 feet wide. We added this end, that end, and added the room.
Super cool.
Very creative.
Oh, storage galore.
I own my own business. Josh and I work together. Right now, this is kind of a mess. Some of this stuff's got to come out. But on the way here from Colorado, we decommissioned a couple of job sites and all the extra network gear. We build computer networks.
Yeah, he was saying he did something about cabling and stuff. Yeah. That's a good gig.
It works for me.
You do that everywhere.
Yeah. He's a welder, so he didn't know anything about pulling cable until he met me.
Do you have trouble finding parking spaces for these buses?
Not usually.
No? Where like you're going down the road, where you typically go
Anywhere
stay?
you see a semi truck.
Ah, you go
But
to the
I'm
semi
longer
parking.
than typical semi trucks.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yep.
The buses, how many feet again?
70 from end to end. 70
Oh,
feet
to the end of the trailer. 70 feet. Yeah,
the end
you're
of the
you're
bus.
right at the max.
Yep.
Can you go to California?
No.
Yeah, I think
For lots of different reasons.
I think their max is 65.
65 is usually the standard everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it is the standard everywhere. So we're over that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's that long because the room doesn't go the whole way. But I know people that pull 24-foot enclosed, so that this whole thing would be an enclosed trailer behind 40-foot buses. They don't have any problems. I would go any longer. This is kind of cumbersome. It's a lot.
Do certain states make you pull into commercial way stations? No, because it's a private coach.
Title is an RV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And how hard was it changing it to an RV title?
It was done before I got it, but in Florida, not difficult.
Not difficult.
But this thing turned out pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's heavy. It's a lot of tongue weight to it. But the bus pulls it without a problem. Doesn't really know what's back there. It actually handles very, very well with the trailer. Handles worse without the trailer. This is the other side of the sewer bay. So, stinky bay, poop, propane, fresh water, 150 gallon, and electric.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a lot of batteries.
8 200 amp hour AGMs. Used telecom batteries. They cost at the battery store in Georgia, New Way Battery Company, about $125 a piece.
That's not bad.
They're 5 years old. Not 5 years old. 20. 3 years old. They're 3 years old. Come out of like Verizon E911 huts along the highway.
Oh.
So when the power goes out, the 911 stuff keeps running.
Yeah.
Every couple of years they have to pull them out. They're mandated to pull them out and put in new ones. You can buy them pretty cheap, but they're 140 pounds a piece. So that's 1,600 pounds in there.
Yeah, we did AGMs, and we did the golf cart ones, the big 6-volt. And
You get more amp hours out of them that way.
Yeah, they're like 425 amp hour each.
Yeah.
And then but I have them wired to a 12-volt system.
Okay.
But the weight after the fact on that's a lot of weight.
It is.
I feel your pain.
It is. Yeah, there's 1,600 pounds in here in batteries and inverter, and then there's 1,200 pounds of water.
Yeah.
Right behind it.
Well, I appreciate you showing us your bus.
Absolutely. You go inside if you want.
Oh, I can go inside. That's even better.
There's a full YouTube video on this thing out on the web.
Oh, there is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you hear that? There's a full YouTube on this entire coach. So I'll put a link for that
This video is
right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is already.
This looks fun.
This is a house.
This is a house. Look at this. Really cool.
It functions like a house, which was the point for us. It had to function like a house for our kids and continue to function that way. This thing rides like a Cadillac going down the road. It floats on airbags, so none of this stuff is bolted in. It just sits here. There's a little skirt that keeps you from moving, but nothing's bolted in. It just rides. Looks don't move,
and you're
leaves come off.
at 36,000 pounds.
Around there. We've added a couple hundred pounds, but it's pretty close to that. These two convert into one big padded space. There's panels that the plants are sitting on, go down in here on this ledge, and the backs can go down in the middle. So this is all one big padded area. So if it's raining and cold outside, if we've got company, this can be one big bed. The kids can play on it, watch TV, stretch out. They've got a whole play area, or it can be
That's a real good use of the space.
Thank you.
Clever.
And then the benches are super deep, which was my wife's idea, which allowed us to still use them as sleeping areas separately, and then be able to sit like Emily's sitting with her legs up, Indian style, crisscross.
Yeah, nobody sits on the edge of a couch and goes, this is super comfortable.
Yeah,
well, this is good for movie night too.
It is.
Yeah.
When we do tiny house shows, we have people come in and sit down, and then we have to ask them to leave because it's very comfortable in here.
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels like home. It flows.
It's warm right now.
Ignore the clutter. We traveled a long way with a lot of work stuff. I'm a draftsman as well as a network installer, so I draft surveys and plans in here. So this is my workstation, office, and then you saw the network here. Solar, there's more solar panels on my trailer that I have to go on my roof this week. This is all my solar parts that I picked up. IKEA cabinets. These are stuck, yep. Double drawered.
Cool.
My wife runs a vinyl press t-shirt business. So all shirts are on the table. Everything I wear is ours. Soft close, IKEA cabinets can't be beat.
Now, would that be the clothing company that's on the shirt there? Hard to reach?
Hard to reach clothing limit.
Nice.
When I built the cabinets, I built a 2x6 platform for the cabinets to sit on to give them the height that I wanted, which picked them up a little bit higher than a standard kitchen countertop in a house. But what it gave us in addition to that,
I have to pull it straight from the top.
Oh. The secret storage area.
and it's all the way down. They're pretty deep. This one's got some cat litter going on, and it's just a plywood tray, 1x2 frame. The face of the 2x6 box that I built, you know, ripped it a little shorter, whacked off the two ends so that it would fit a little better. But there's no felt under it. There's no nothing under it. No drawer slides. It doesn't move. It doesn't slide out going on the highway. It just kind of rides. And then you have to make sure you get it exactly straight. But then it's right back in.
Another very good use of the space.
Lots of storage in here. Upper cabinets and the ceiling were in here when we bought the bus. It's the only thing that's left from the original build. The gentleman that I bought the bus from bought it from a coach company, decommissioned it, pulled the seats out of it, and swapped in stuff from his old dead motorhome into this and started converting it, and then gave up. Did a bunch of engine work on it. When we bought it, it had about 20,000 miles on the engine rebuild.
How many miles on the bus?
Millions. Not sure.
Millions.
Yeah, rumor is that Greyhound retires them at 1 million miles. And so Greyhound owned it. It was a true Greyhound coach. That's what all the signage is up front, up under that speaker bar. That's all original Greyhound stuff. My sign still works, the destination sign's still there. It was an East Coast bus, went up down from New York to Florida. But when I got it, the seats were gone. There were a couple of walls, the upper cabinets, and the headliner. We even put drawers under the sink, notched out for the plumbing, out of the IKEA drawer. So there's just storage space there. 4-burner propane stove oven. That was in here when we bought the bus. It came out of the old motorhome that the gentleman I bought it from decommissioned. I added this stuff in, but the top cabinet was here. We just cleaned them up, painted them. This is really super simple slip knot stuff. Notice I picked up the cookies. Works pretty well. Doesn't fall out, doesn't go anywhere. Microwave is fit into a box that I framed up and built. The back is open, so it vents out into the space between the backsplash and the wall, the window. But it's just sitting in there. It's not bolted in. Doesn't go anywhere. More double drawers. Everything from our house when we lived in a stick frame home. Same dishes, utensils and stuff that we had before. Propane furnace, not finished. I got to build a face for it. Put a vent on the front of it just so we can direct the air front and back.
Residential fridge.
Residential fridge.
Custom locking.
Yeah, they're everybody likes my locks. Sliding glass door. Safety latches.
I recognize them.
Yep, go in between. I took a grinder and hit the little nub that was on here so that it wouldn't come out. So then you can pull them out, stick them in a drawer when you're parked, and you don't have to keep fighting with who locked the refrigerator. Sliding pantry door. Not pantry door anymore. Used to be pantry door. That changed last month. It's also our bathroom door. We have a very open concept bathroom area, which was done for different reasons, and it's probably gonna change sometime soon.
Whoa.
Regular flush RV toilet. 150-gallon black tank, just like my fresh tank. So every bit of water that we put in the fresh tank, we can store as black gray tank, as black gray water. My bathroom sink and my toilet are plumbed directly into the black tank and cannot bypass it. So I'm always putting water from the bathroom sink when we brush our teeth and stuff into the black tank with the toilet.
And then you get the bunks here.
Yep.
That's nice. They get their own space.
It's super deep. Comes back to here. This is just a wall panel that's in here. And then
They have dry erase board on the inside.
Yep, their space. They did all their decorating, all their painting.
Yeah, they got some paint.
In fact, they even built their own shelves across the back for their knickknacks and keepsakes.
Ooh, there's another clever use of the space.
It won't, with all the stuff up there, it won't stay up by itself right now, but usually it stays up by itself.
I love the pipe work for the handles to get up and down.
that's the only real black iron pipe in the bus.
Oh.
Everybody tries to do this stuff because it looks cool, and we've used it for a long time. We've owned several businesses that use it, but it's super expensive. It's difficult to work with. So when you see it in other places in my build, it's not black iron pipe, it's PVC.
Oh, look at that.
You buy the floor flange, steel nipple, and then go to a threaded elbow, and then run 1/2-inch PVC. Just paint
And
it.
then you can close off the room here with this curtain.
Yep, it's our bathroom divider. Yeah, I'm the only guy that lives in the bus, so a bunch of women. And when we moved into this almost 5 years ago, my kids were a lot younger, so privacy wasn't really an issue.
Yeah.
But it was designed and set up so that there could be a doorway that slid from here to there, right across here. It just cuts off your knees at the toilet. So we elected to not put up that wall, that sliding door, barn door looking thing. We decided not to do that because it would cut off the space at the toilet. But now I've got teenager, so
Yeah.
we were working on getting this done.
Privacy is a key.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna move that wall and the sink back up against the refrigerator and lose that, what used to be the pantry door. So it'll give me about 1.5 foot more space in here. Turn the toilet kind of at an angle, and then put that door up here. That way we've got knee space in front of the toilet.
Cool.
Washer dryer.
Washer and dryer.
Yep, stackable. 110 units, direct vented out. We love them. I fought with it. We hauled it around for a year, still in the box. I wouldn't install it. I didn't want it.
He was like, oh, that's no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted this closet space kind of. But we put them in, and it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, no more trips to the laundromat.
No, we wash and dry clothes while we're driving. I run everything in here off of my bus alternator and my inverter.
Oh, wow.
It's a 4,000 watt inverter downstairs.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I can run everything. I can run one rooftop AC and the dryer at the same time driving down the road and charge my batteries at the same time. This is my laundry room door and bathroom door. So there's a latch on the other side. It'll lock it into my bedroom or in here. Lots of girls live in here. Lots of girl stuff. Lots of products. And then my bedroom, dividing space is plywood cabinet with lots of cubby holes built in. It's 2.5 deep. So there's a stack of like jeans and stuff at the back, and then there's 2 of these little pull-out cubbies deep in every one. Towel storage, more girly bathroom stuff, and then extra storage. There's another storage cubby on the back side in this spot from the other side. So every bit of it is 100% usable space.
So let's talk about this tub.
The tub.
That is a watering
Yep, galvanized stock tank.
stock tank. That's cool.
We carry enough water with us to fill it up. However, that would be 1 bath and done. But with showers, it'll last us, the 150 gallons will last us a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And that's showering every day, all 4 of us.
Wow.
When we go to RV parks, we typically will boondock for 5 or 6 days. And then we'll go to an RV park, plug up, do laundry, like Mad Men, take big deep baths, soak in the tub, let my kids play in the tub like it's a swimming pool, wash the bus, wash the Jeep, do stuff like that. Charge the batteries to 100% where the solar might not be keeping it up or whatever.
That's actually kind of a similar thing we do. When we get to the campgrounds, boy, we use the full hookups right away.
Yep.
And that's the benefit of it.
Yeah. The only time we need the RV resort or park, campground, is when we're not getting enough solar to top off the batteries. I can charge my bus batteries from the alternator system, but it's not a perfect situation. So we regulate it very heavily.
Cool. Look at the master suite real quick.
Yep.
That's a big bed.
Queen size, inner spring, memory foam, regular house mattress. It's on a plywood platform that has storage built into it, just like my kids' bunks. And it lifts up. It hinges on the back, so you can pick up this edge of it. It's super heavy. Lift up this edge of it, and it'll stay up at the ceiling, and you can get to all the storage that's under it. And what's under my bed is stuff like winter coats, remote control trucks, sewing machine, big storage items.
Like ours.
Yeah.
The heat press.
Yeah, heat press is somewhere in here.
Over there.
But yeah, inside of my bed is storage just like this. You lift up the mattress, lift up a couple panels, there's long storage. And then the whole bed lifts up and you can basically walk back there.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for giving us a tour of this
Absolutely.
amazing Greyhound conversion.
Thank you.
Really like it.
Yeah, it's
And
a
this
beautiful
is,
home.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I like the tub the best, to be honest. I would love to have a tub like that.
It works very well.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
It would be really nice.
Easy to do.
Because I would treat it like your kids do. I would treat it like a swimming pool, and I'd be splashing around in here.
It's kind of perfectly placed. If you sit down in it, put your back on the wall there, you can lean out and see the TV in the living room.
Oh, even better.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even better.
Just kind of worked out in a good way.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.